Sir, in the last videos we covered very clearly how to perform typecasting with examples. All the 5 typecasting functions I explained. Let me explain again with respect to the summary so that you people will get much clarity. Observe that, sir. The first typecasting function what I explained is int. Okay, total how many functions are available? 5 functions are there. Like the first one I explained int, sir. So int function for the int argument, no problem, sir. Int to int really typecasting is not required. Anyway, table sake I took, it is possible. Int to float, sir. If you are passing float argument to the int function, so something like int of 10.5, what will happen? It's very clear. The digits after the decimal point by default will be gone. 10 is the answer we are going to get. Acceptable. Next, for the int function, if you pass complex argument, complex number as the argument, immediately type error we are going to get. The reason for that is, so you can't convert complex number to int type. Remember that. Next, bool argument, if you are passing, so for the int of true means 1 we are going to get. Int of false means 0 we will get. You know that internally true and false are treated as 0 and 1. That's why, right? Okay, well. Next, string arguments are very important. If you are passing string argument to the int function, compulsory string argument should contain int value only and should be specified only in the base 10. So internally contains only int value and base 10. This is the very important, sir. By mistake, string argument internally contain binary form, hexadecimal form, octal form, immediately we are going to get value error. Okay, sir, please make sure, sir. If you are passing string argument, if you are trying to convert string to int value, string should compulsory contain internally integral number and should be in base 10. Okay, conversion is possible, but this rule you have to aware. Sir, what is the second one? Float function, sir. So can I convert int to float? Yes, why not? Happily you can do that. Float of 10, if you are taking 10.0 is the answer. Yes, float int argument you can pass to the float. Now the corresponding float value you will get. Next, float argument float, of course possible, not required to use typecasting function, it is already float. Next, complex number I want to convert to the float type by using float function. I want to convert complex number to float type. Sorry man, complex to float conversion not possible. If you are trying to do that, type error we are going to get. Next, bool to float, boolean argument to float. Yes, why not, man? Okay, float of true, if you are taking 1.0 we are going to get, because true means 1, but I want float value 1.0. Similarly, float of false, if I can take 0.0 we will get, no problem at all. So boolean to float conversion is always possible. Next, what about str argument, sir? Sir, str to float conversion is always possible, but internally str should contain either int value or float value, and compulsory we should use a base 10. Have you remembered, right? Either int value or float value, compulsory we should use base 10. By mistake, if you are trying to use any other base, immediately error we are going to get, sir. Value error we will get. Okay, that's all. This is the behavior of float function, right? Sir, what about complex? I want to convert int argument to complex. Okay, there are 2 complex functions are available. 1 argument, 2 argument. If you are passing 1 argument, it will become which types are? If you are passing 1 argument, it will become which one? Real part. If you are passing 2 arguments, it will become both real and imaginary. Sir, I am taking complex of 10, sir. Then 10 plus 0j will come. 10 plus 0j will come, sir. If I am taking complex of 10 comma 20, I am taking, sir, 10 will become real number, 20 will become imaginary number. 10 plus 20j we are going to get. Okay, remember. So int argument, if you want to convert int value to complex, possible, man. Don't get confused. Int number to complex type, possible, but complex number to int type, not possible. Complex number to float type, not possible. Remember, don't get confused. Clearly, sir. So complex number, if you want to convert to int type, float type, not possible, but int number, if you want to convert to complex, possible. Don't get confused. Okay, well, what about float, sir? Same rule. If you are passing one argument, it will become real part. If you are passing two argument, it will become, if you are passing two argument, it will become what? Complex. Are getting both the real part and imaginary part. Same rule. Next, complex to complex. Anyway, always possible. Always, right? So, bool argument. If you pass bool argument to true, sir, it will become only one argument. It will become what? Real part. Of course, its internal value 1 will be considered if it is a true. If it is a false, 0 will be considered. Yes, possible. Even I explain with example. String argument, sir. Yes, please make sure. So, if you want to pass a string argument to the complex function, two rules I covered. Okay, two rules I covered. If the first argument is the string, second argument you should not pass. So if you are passing string value, it will become real value. Then imaginary number is always 0. Next, for the second argument, string value, you can't pass. Okay, with those restrictions, you can pass a string value, no problem at all. Next, bool function, sir. So if you are passing int value, sir, very simple. If the int value is 0, it will considered as false. Non-zero, it is considered as true. Yes, int to bool, possible. Next, float is also. If the value is 0.0, it will become false. Non-zero, it will become true, sir. Next, complex number. So real part and imaginary part both are 0. 0 plus 0j, it is the false. In all other cases, it is the true, sir. Next, bool argument. Bool to bool, no problem at all. Next, string arguments are, if the string is empty, then empty string, then it is false. Non-empty, it is always a true, sir. Remember this one, very, very important point. If the string argument is empty string, then it is always considered as false. Non-empty string, it is always considered the true, sir. Next, str. You can convert any type to str, no problem at all. Are you getting? This is a small summary what you people should be aware about typecasting functions. Maybe so this having idea is always recommended, but complex numbers we are not required to worry that much because we are not going to use that much frequently in our coding. But having awareness is always recommended, right? Sir, clear for all of you, right? If any person is asking about Python typecasting functions, can you please explain with an example? Then you should be in a position to give left and right. Clear, right?